It just felt like this, and I'm gonna be totally honest and transparent, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the type of nigga to sit here and sugarcoat shit. But when it was Ross' turn and we was on the road and we was doing everything, and then when everybody was a group effort. When it was Gunplay's turn, it was crickets. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it was hard for me. What you want me to do? Nobody's. It's like, I got hit records. Nobody's giving me a budget. Nobody's doing nothing. So what you want me to fucking do?
And hit.
What would you like me? What would you like me to do? Do more? Do more? Give another hit record and do more and never get no money? I was down for the program for over 10, 15 years. And it's my turn. And then nobody lifted a finger, made a phone call or nothing for the old boy. You see what I'm saying? So what you want me to fucking do?
That's crazy, because you had some killer features.
And from the outside looking in.
But then when you when I'm signed to a label like Maybach Music, I'm my hands tied. It's all up on the big dog. And then if he don't want to get me a budget, then he won't get me a budget.
You and Rickross aren't close anymore?
I ain't gonna lie, like, not really. As of lately, nah. I'm, you know what I mean? But y'all
don't talk at all.
Nah. Like when it comes down to it, yeah. If being around somebody, that's not putting anybody on. A person that has put in the work, and then you tell that person, okay, bring me a hit record, and you bring that person a hit record and nothing gets done, then that's just basically saying fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just had to make my own way, my nigga, and just do it what I got and just keep it moving. So I feel like I put myself on, you know what I'm saying? I did that. I put in that work, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to get up and grind that shit out, and I ain't get no money from it. Right. So I basically put myself on, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
You voiced that shit to Ross ever, like, yo, what's going on? Knowing you probably have.
Of course I did, but then they'll play ping pong, so. Oh, Def Jam, it's on Def Jam. And then Def Jam say it's on Fat Boy. And then Fat Boy says something, I'm tired. Let me just go ahead on about my business, bro. Nobody want to do nothing. I'll just go down do what I do best. Then fuck it. That's what y'all want me to do? Fuck it.
Now, you gained a lot of niggas respect, man, back then when you 50 Cent and all them, his whole team tried to jump you and you stood tall.
Loyalty does not always translate into opportunity or reciprocation. When someone stands beside another person before the fame, money, and status arrive, there's usually an expectation that once success comes, that loyalty will be rewarded. But the reality is that success often changes the structure of relationships. In the case of Gunplay and Rickross, their history goes back many years under Maybach Music Group. Gunplay was extremely loyal to the brand and to Ross personally. During the height of the feud between Ross and 50 Cent, Gunplay even ended up in a physical altercation with members of 50 Cent's team while defending Ross. Situations like that show how seriously he took the loyalty and the alliance. From a career standpoint, Gunplay did attempt to build his own momentum, dropping music, trying to grow a fan base, and creating his own lane so he wouldn't appear dependent. But in the rap industry, label backing and strategic pushes matter a lot. Without consistent promotion, collaborations, and positioning from a powerful figure like Ross, it becomes much harder for an artist to sustain buzz, even if they briefly trend or go viral. Your observation about loyalty is important. Being loyal to the wrong situation can leave someone feeling undervalued. Sometimes the person giving the loyalty expects mutual investment, while the other person may simply see the relationship as business. When those expectations aren't aligned, the relationship can slowly fade or break entirely. But loyalty can become complicated when success and business enter the picture. Gunplay tried to do the right thing by developing his own platform. He didn't want to look like someone constantly begging Ross for help or handouts, so he attempted to create his own buzz and capitalize on moments where his music was trending online. However, in the music industry, timing and support are everything. When an artist starts gaining traction, that is usually the moment when the label or the bigger figure behind them needs to push the hardest through promotion, collaborations, and visibility. Without that push, even talented artists can lose momentum and the moment can pass. That's why situations like this can feel like a slap in the face. When someone risks their reputation, career, and even their safety defending another person, they often expect that loyalty to be returned in some meaningful way. But sometimes the other individual may not see the relationship in the same emotional way. They may simply see it as business or a chapter that has already passed. And when the communication between two people who were once close completely stops, it becomes clear that the bond wasn't as permanent as it once seemed. The deeper lesson in all of this is that loyalty is a powerful trait, but it must be balanced with self-preservation and independence. Being loyal to someone is admirable, but placing your entire future in another person's hands can be dangerous. No matter how strong a friendship or alliance may seem, circumstances change, priorities change, and sometimes people themselves change once success enters the picture. At the end of the day, the smartest approach is to support people, but never rely entirely on them to determine your future. Build your own platform, create your own opportunities, and make sure your success doesn't depend on someone else deciding to open the door for you. Loyalty should be mutual, but if it ever becomes one-sided, then it stops being loyalty and starts becoming a liability. And that's a lesson many people learn the hard way when they realize that standing 10 toes down for the wrong situation can leave you standing alone in the end.